start.
Shell screen.
There we go. Hello and good evening, and welcome to this evening's event of the Backwater Bandits. As we start this event, the new YT 2400 freighter is being flown back into system by Eli Ford. He has picked up Marcus on the way. On board is Standro Rulek as well. In system, we have Oscara and Lauric and Sabrava, having completed their little sojournment. The ion cannon is now fully functioning at the base, as Sabrava has finished his repairs on that.
Nice.
I'll let you guys take it from there for now.
Right, well, first things first, I'm going to hand out to Ascara, Sabrava, Marcus, and Lauric 2,000 credits each.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, that's your cut of the drug deal.
Ah, right. Lovely. Thank you.
Oscara, Sabrava, Lauric, and Marcus. All of them, 2,000 each.
Here we go. And we will have a quick debrief for what happened. I'm basically going to look at Ascara and Lauric and go, what the actual fuck?
We did exactly what you wanted us to.
So let's pretend Harkin's not already told me because I want to hear it from you two.
We went and cleaned up after them and we destroyed them so they couldn't come.
Okay, let's circle back to who them were.
No, I didn't find any form of identifying marks or any form of information in their computer system, so I'm assuming small smuggler gang who thought they'd get cocky.
Yeah, and they got themselves stuck and they were trying to take the other ships just so then we could, just so then they could then try and take over our system. So we had to show them who's boss.
Show them the new apps.
Was there any collateral damage? Okay, how much collateral damage was there? Because that was a stupid question.
None. We eliminated the first team on the planet. The ship is still on planet. It's junk.
But the ship
Not worth
is
anything.
useless. We can't use it. We looked at it as well.
Yeah. And then we eliminated the 3 headhunters in system alongside Lauric's brother.
Okay. Okay, good job, guys. Can you take an obligation? Can you take an obligation off Lauric and Oscara, please?
Take obligation off them for
Yeah, one obligation each off of those two.
from you. Okay, let's.
Do you have obligation?
Yeah, because Eli's helped me and Ascara get our family back.
And we kind of got ourselves deep in with Black Sun doing it.
Yeah.
All right, that's one off.
Only got 4 left.
And Lauric.
I'll make sure you get some.
Marcus, I'm assuming we'll talk later about whatever happened with you and Alexander.
Mm-hmm. Always.
Yes, I mean there is no extra information that you can give them on what they're going to take. Apart from it is a old Republic artifact that they're going to steal.
That's Ord Mantell, isn't it?
At Ord Mantell, yes.
Ord Mantell, yeah.
Didn't he say to us that it was something we dealt with before? So
he hinted strongly at that, yeah. So, Bravo, what's the status of the starbase?
Fully up, operational. Ion cannon is operational. Second starbase is fine. Medical droid in place, and back to tanks are there, sat and waiting when we need it.
Okay, tip top. Right.
where do I feel we're going to need it after this?
If there's old Republic items, something running before, the only thing I can think of, well, it involved a stun grenade in the back of a moving van.
Yeah, we're going to try and avoid that this time. Right.
I don't suppose you, Marcus, I don't suppose you know anything about something that could do that from... You're a historian.
I shall be spending the time on the trip doing research on the subject to find out. But at this stage, you know as much as I do.
Okay, so guys, I have the beginnings of a plan. Right, the beginnings of a plan are that we're going to independently move towards Old Mantell. There's going to be an advance party. My suggestion is that it's Sandro and Sabrava, right? And their tasking would be to gain intel on, I can't remember his name.
Badab Gunbar, is that the one?
Thank you.
That's the one.
All right. Gain as much intel as I can do, and I'm talking incredibly subtly. All right. Long range surveillance, close range if deemed necessary. Right. I need a full picture of that guy's life and security arrangements.
That's
Murph suggested that Marcus comes with us because we're going to need his negotiating skills. As neither myself nor Stan are that good at it.
Okay, I understand that.
Don't be stinky.
I understand that. No, my counter to that is that I need Marcus to come with me, and this is one that he's not going to enjoy, to Coruscant, because the play that I'm planning is I'm going to dig out one of my false faces, who is an antiquities dealer, and we are going to attempt to entice this guy into inviting us into his home, or meet him, or party, or whatever, right? To get this item.
Grata in the core system.
Pardon?
Well, not so much persona non grata as persona very wanter.
Yeah, I understand that.
Suggest not taking Marcus in because that's the place you're likely to run into an Imperial assassin droid, and we know the orders they've been given.
Right. I think it's a risk, right, for us to go to Coruscant with Marcus. However, I'm prepared to take counter suggestions.
Can he not give you a shopping list?
Theoretically. Right.
Seems infinitely safer than taking him into the belly of the beast.
Eli,
yeah.
Convince me why I want to go to Coruscant.
If Marcus is going to bring that much heat, you do not want to take him first.
Hold on. Right. The reason I want Marcus to come with me is I need Marcus to assist me in gaining sufficient stock that will entice this guy to deal with us. We do have, and I have every intention of offering him the Jedi data as a lure to get into him. Right. Potentially using the Jedi data as well as a Trojan horse to get into his security system. But we're going to need
Does
more.
this have to be done on Coruscant?
Right. Yeah. No, it doesn't have to be on Coruscant. The best place to get High Republic artifacts, though, is Coruscant, because everything moves through Coruscant.
Or we head to a couple of archaeological sites and see what we can find there. Seems infinitely safer than going to Coruscant.
Yeah, the trouble is we still need to find where the archaeological sites are. Right. Otherwise, we'd just be scouting around the galaxy blindly. Right. My character has contacts, which may be able to hook him up with that kind of information. Pardon?
We know where one is.
Like I do.
We do know where one is.
We do know where one is, yeah.
Well, would it be worth going back there? Yeah, but we only we maybe
cleared it for info.
Temple. We cleaned it for info and ticky stuff. Nothing to say we can't go back there and get things like decorational items and stuff like that, which will look flashy. Yep.
Al?
Yes.
Core World's intel check.
Yeah.
I think that's the best thing of.
Hang on a sec. Can we just let
being untraceable
with a little bit of underworld? Not underworld. But it's kind of streetwise here. What is the likelihood of us being able to slip by in Coruscant.
Can I can assist with that, can't I? Because I've got core
One,
worlds
one yellow, two green.
and I've got underworld.
I've got to do this on Chaz himself
Yeah,
because this is his knowledge of how well he could stay hidden there.
yeah.
3. Actually, only 2. Yeah. Right. You're fairly certain you could evade what would be in place if you were there for a short period of time. However, you wouldn't be able to contact any of your old associates that would be able to give you up-to-date info on anything. You know, it's your best bet is giving him a list of names of people to try and go and see, rather than going there and trying to assist, because it's Coruscant is the seat of the Empire. It's not like you're going to Mustafar, the seat of the Inquisitors, but there's a high probability that there will be at least one Inquisitor on planet.
Yeah. I will, I relay that to you, Eli. I am not overly enthusiastic about getting into the core world for any period of time.
Okay.
As you could probably guess, I am willing to pass on a list of people worth talking to.
Yeah.
We can have a chat as we travel to give you an idea of best places to look, things to look out for, etc., etc.
Right. Okay, guys, I'm going to take on board what Sir Bravos said, because the idea has merit. We can always go back and look for some object art items, statues, decorative items, etc. On not only I can't remember the name of the system we were in now.
2 seconds.
Socorro?
It was Coro, yes.
Socorro.
Socorro.
But we also have on our own doorstep a
Clone Wars era.
So we could always try and hit Siskine up as well.
In fact, remember when we took the smugglers on the planet?
Yeah.
What were they near?
They were in a droid.
They were near something, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
No,
we
no.
didn't explore very far there.
Wasn't there a temple by where the snowcats were? The big cat.
No, the stuff that was on Siskine is a old droid foundry.
Yeah.
You know, it is
Well,
what
again,
it is.
might be worth taking a through there for, because if it's the droid factory thing, it's from the Clone Wars.
Yeah, Clone Wars is a lot more recent than High Republic. That's like 30 years ago. What you're talking about for High Republic is 1,000 plus.
Yeah. We're talking Roman antiquities, basically. Yeah, okay, but we can try it. There's no harm in us going to have a look. We can always go back to the Jedi Temple and see if we can find any more artifacts there. All right. In the data we got from the Jedi Temple, is there anything else implying any other locations we could look at?
I'm trying to think. There is Tython is mentioned.
Tython is mentioned,
which is the core of the core.
Yeah, maybe not.
That's listed as the primary Padawan training facility at the height of the Old Republic.
Yeah, we're not going to go there.
No.
I'm trying to think if there's anywhere else.
Would you like
Taris is mentioned.
Taris?
Taris. Taris.
Where is Taris?
Taris is over near Mandalore. You're looking on the galactic map. It is N7.
Which I believe is heavily controlled Imperial space.
Not so much. It's on the Slain Corridor trade route. It's what it mentions about Taris is there was a massive battle there, multiple crashed starships. The planet is still toxic to this day.
Taris. Where is Mandalore then? Give me a north, south, east, west.
You're
Mandalore
looking.
is
It's
Central North.
yeah, just south of the very north of the galactic. So, it's sort of level with Ord
N7.
Mantell. Yeah, N7 on the map.
N7. N7, yes.
Can you see on your map?
Lord Mantel. Oh,
Yeah, can you
Mandalorian
see
space,
Hades?
Mandalore, I see you, yeah.
Yeah. And Taris is M7.
And what?
Yeah. Look to the next square to the left,
I see it. Yeah, I see
and
it.
the sort of top right hand corner, you've got Taris.
Right, okay.
Right underneath where it says Mandalorian space.
Right, okay. This is obviously an out-of-date map because Alderaan still on it.
M7.
I got it.
Yes.
This is a Lego world.
Yes, there is. It's Iego, that one. But where else is mentioned? And of course, there is the old favourite is mentioned as well, Mustafar.
Mustafar.
Hmm.
Mustafar. Where's Mustafar again?
Dead south of the map.
Was that giant unicorn cats? No.
Oh.
Some.
What happened
Grey
there?
marker.
Oh,
Where's
someone
that?
dropped.
Where's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Well, I mean, we can go.
Yeah,
there.
that's where the
Mustafar is mentioned as a small Jedi temple, and those of you who have knowledge of Outer Rim know that
Yeah.
it is where Vader has his temple, and it has been massively corrupted.
Yeah, so let's not go there then.
No.
Let's not go there. How about Naboo?
You mean the Emperor's homeworld?
Hey, just spitballing here, guys.
Naboo is not on the list of places.
So we've got Talis, basically.
You've got Taris and the system that you went to before. What was it?
Socorro.
Socorro.
If we're going to Taris, we're going to need to grab some environmental gear.
Yeah.
And I need to modify my armor.
Yeah, we need to get environmental gear, don't we?
Well, I mean, your ships come with two sets of. Each ship has two sets of environmental gear.
Okay, well, we need to get more, wouldn't we?
Lauric already has a set.
Yeah.
Oscara's armor works as a set.
Oh, does it already work as a set?
Yeah.
Sandra got some. I can't remember if
Okay, then. So the play is suggestions here. I want to send. You think we should all go back to Socorro, and then we can fly in. We can fly in formation to Talis, if necessary, or go separately. Right. I think that you're correct about Marcus going with you, Sabrava, and Sandro.
So you want you, me, and Lauric on your ship?
Yes, and your sister.
Yeah, I'll bring her along.
All right.
Oh, wait, why do you want my sister?
Do you have a ship capable of taking all of you?
Not yet.
Right. Okay. In that case, what we'll do is
we have a plan.
Yeah.
Did you've gone ship shopping? Have you seen anything useful?
Oh, we've still got the yacht.
We do.
We still have the yacht, which is what I was trying to fit in edgeways there. Right, I'll take the yacht because it works for the character anyway.
Hmm.
Right,
Can,
and then
the
somebody
yacht
else
can probably carry my ship, maybe.
the YT 240 Marcus, you can navigate, can't you?
Yes, ma'am.
And Sabrava or Sandra can fly the ship, can't they?
I can pilot space
Yeah.
if need be. So
I could also take all three of us on my ship.
Your ship is slightly
Yeah, but
rare, isn't
what
it?
you
Going to
can't do is
sea
you
level?
can't take the speeder truck or the speeder bikes on your ship.
If you want subtle,
No,
that
but
truck
you
is
can bring
way too
Yeah.
obvious.
But truck's armoured and armed.
And painted up very obvious. It's a well-known vehicle by this point.
Fine, we'll OSP then on-site procurement. We don't
So the
keep
three of
whatever
us
we
can
buy.
go there.
who's going
see
with
what
you?
we can-
Who's going with me?
Yep.
Like Lauric, Oscara, and Oscara's sister.
Do we need Hendrik?
We could bring an extra Wookiee just in case we need muscle at some
Now
point.
we are going to need Marcus to be with us when we go and look for artifacts.
We can dress Marcus up as a Wookiee. Get some
My
stilts.
plan is to go back from Taris to Coruscant, right? And to look at Marcus's list of people and basically dangle the information that I have something interesting worth selling because this guy's a collector.
What we can do is we can go to Course or whatever it is
Socorro,
together. Go to Taris together.
yeah,
And then at Taris split, you go to Coruscant, myself,
Yeah.
Marcus, and Stanko then goes to Ord Mantell.
yeah, that works for me. Right, anybody got any
And
objections to that?
we pitch up in my ship and just keep underneath the radar.
Well, you
Yeah.
need to acquire some form of place of living and vehicles.
Yeah, that's what you guys are. That's what you guys are going to be doing. You're going to be setting yourselves up in some place not too flashy, and running a surveillance op on this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can always hire vehicles on planet.
yeah. All right. Does anybody have any better ideas than that?
Not at this time.
That sounds like the best
that
plan.
seems-
Okay, so
Okie dokie. So
first things first, we do need to. We can always procure. We need environment suits, don't we?
no,
I'm sure there'll be
so
something on the market.
So you've got
Two,
two
four.
with
Yeah.
your ship, Eli.
Yeah,
2 with Sabrava's ship.
yeah.
So that's 4.
Larry's got
Oscara and Lauric don't need them.
yeah.
So that's
The
effectively
droids
6.
don't need them.
Droids don't need them. So you only need 4. So you've got enough environmental suits as it is.
Right. Okay. So are you bringing your astromech droid with you, Jamie? So Oscar.
Yes, I'll bring him just in case he's needed for something. He's a basic astromech droid. No one will notice him.
Right. Okay. So
And it'd also look good on the yacht having an astromech.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Sabrava, are you taking O'Bugger with you, or is he going to stay behind?
We would need to put him in the hold or something, just in case.
I mean, he could
Yeah.
travel on. Eli, are you taking the yacht?
I'm taking the yacht. Yes.
So he could travel on the yacht quite happily, as effectively looking as a bodyguard for Eli's
Private
character.
security.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, after setting everything up, I'm taking it you want to head to Sakaro first.
We have the gear that we need. We're fueled up. We have enough food.
Yep.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
And we're going to fly the yacht. Question is, do we expose the yacht now, or do we come back to Siskine before we go to Paris?
To be honest, if I may put this out there, if you're using your persona now, from
Yeah.
now on, traveling on the yacht, going to places like Sakaro,
Yeah.
and having that information on your Navi computer would
Yeah.
be very useful
Yeah. Okay.
for part of your cover.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So I think that both ships are going to fly over. Are you taking charge of flying, or are you letting your crew do it?
I'm going to let my crew do it, obviously.
Okie dokie.
Right, guys. Have you seen? Can I share screen on this at all?
No.
Right.
So
Share my screen. I can share my screen. Can't
Oh,
I?
you
Yeah,
should be
share
able-
your screen.
It
Right.
won't record what you're showing, I don't think.
What are you trying to show us, Lee?
Can
How the ship
you?
looks, probably.
No, you've
Can
just
you
that's messed
see-
everything up.
Oh, that's
Okay.
Messed everything up.
There you go. Right. Okay.
If you want us to see something, send it. What is it you're trying to show, and we'll
Just
describe
show them the picture of me now.
the picture of you now. Right, it's
Yeah.
on
This is
the. It's on the
Maytag
head, right.
Ashtian. Sorry, Maytag Ashtian.
2 seconds. We are bringing up the information on Eli's new persona. Right, it is quite foreseeable that this sort of entrepreneur that Eli is showing over people would hire a high-end gladiator as a bounty. It is
A security
Simon
bodyguard.
to. It's a PDF. We can't bring it up because it's a PDF. Hang on a sec.
Okay.
I am
Right.
going to have to do a bit of reading off.
Right.
Have you made yourself look very foppish?
No, not really. Quite dignified. The beard's gone, by the way.
Yes, he's basically he's shaved his beard. He's got swanky clothes on.
It's more than that. It's more subtle than that. Remember that Eli's a skilled actor.
Yes, it's sort of his place of birth that you would all know is Nalhutter. He has a
Would
few.
you like me to read it?
It's yeah. If you want to, yeah, you can. So
Right,
you can
so-
give your new persona to everyone.
Maytag Ashtian. Right. He is a merchant and a scholar. All right. Specializes in High Republic antiquities and Jedi artifacts. He's a respectable collector and dealer, right, and honest. All right. He's not. Basically, if you ask him to get something, he can get it for you, right? And it's normally got all the correct paperwork. Whether the correct paperwork is correct, but it's normally enough for it to be respectable people shop with him, right? He's the son of a Naboo ambassador, who was on Nalhutta, educated on Coruscant, and he was orphaned on Nalhutta whilst in college, when his father was killed by a Hutt assassination team. He obviously pissed the wrong people off. Studied archaeology and worked in various remote research projects. Was involved in a speeder crash and had to have major reconstructive surgery. He fell off the map shortly after and resurfaced as a antiquities dealer several years later. Has partial memory loss due to the accident and is known to conduct his business mainly in the outer rim. He's quite dignified. He's very un-Eli. He's nothing like Trajan. He's pretty much respected. He's very much a Howard Carter kind of character, if you know who that is from the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb. I'm not going to tell you the actual story, but long and the short of it, the persona was acquired permanently by Eli.
Yeah, the persona is acquired nefariously by Eli. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do your astrogation checks for your pilot team to fly the barge to
And my
Sakaro. I'll do
Guys,
yours
know what they're
afterwards.
doing.
So it's 3 greens and a blue. This is their astrogation check for the barge. 3 greens and a blue, 2 purple.
It'll come out when it's ready.
Yes, they're going to successfully pilot you to your destination of Sakaro. And Sabrava, yours next.
greens and
Sabrava.
yellow.
Yeah, 2 greens, a yellow, and 2 purples. Yep.
Remember, from this point forwards, guys, right? Particularly Larrick and Oscara, you're in disguise, right? Because we don't particularly want you to hear
How do we disguise a Wookiee?
hair
I think-
dye. Right?
Al literally just said that it makes sense for you to have her as part of your retinue.
Yeah, no, it does. But we're also going back to the place that we shot up, if you remember last time.
You didn't.
To be fair,
These
it's so
these
scary.
guys were quite happy with what you did, where you what the place you're going to.
We just dealt
Yes.
with douchebags.
Yes, you shot up an Imperial agent that they weren't too happy about having there that they had to deal with.
Right.
So they're more than happy to play along with whatever you need at this place. You could consider this effectively a friendly port where you've gone to.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
I'm just trying to.
Sabrava-
think what information can get back to other people.
Yeah.
Sabrava,
Eva-
you have you've effectively rolled to follow them through hyperspace and arrive exactly the same time as them with your ship. So basically, as you arrive, the ground control at the place, as it were, is non-existent. So you fly in and you land your ship at the planet, which was a desertish planet, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're a short way from the temple.
I remember there being a market. We should probably check it to see if there's anything.
Yes, the random trade market is still there. The temple is still exactly where you remember it. There is a different person in charge of the docking port, but he's wearing the same clan colours as the
Yeah.
people that gave you your fuel for free and you dealt with last time. So they come over, recognizing Sabrava's ship, and say, "Ah, sir, yes, you are remembered by the clan. There is no charge for refueling here. Is your stay long?"
No, not really. We've come up to have another look at that Jedi temple. Do you know anybody who's selling sort of artifacts from it?
No artifacts for some time out of the temple. I see that. Is that someone new that you have escorted in there?
I'm kind of wandering around the place, looking at the market, and casting what appears to be an expert eye over the stuff on sale in the market.
Yeah,
Perception check.
we're sort of escorting
Yeah, I'm doing Overwatch.
dealer who wants to sort of see if there's anything valuable from the temple.
1 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue, 2 purple. This is Marcus. Everything is fine. It's what you'd expect. There's you see that the room that had smoke pouring out of it last time after dealing with one Imperial agent still looks blackened and destroyed. It looks as if it hasn't been occupied since you came through here last.
Cool. I shall relay.
I will do a deception check, or do I need to do a deception check, or are they buying a hook, line, and sinker that I'm not the same person?
Okay, we'll go for a deception check from 3 yellows.
Bearing in mind, I am in disguise as well.
You've got a disguise kit as well, which I'm taking into account. 2
Yeah.
purple and a blue. They're buying it. Yeah, they've got no clue that you are the person you were the last time you came through.
Right. Okay.
One of them comes up and it's one of the traders and he's looking at you and he's looked at Lauric and he's seen Oscara. He's obviously recognised them. He's like, "Good sir, you must be a You must be a formidable trader to afford such bodyguards. The warrior Lauric and Oscara, they are renowned in this place.
Well, there's been mentioned that the area is rather dubious occasionally. I like to take
Exciting.
precautions. However, they're also quite good for heavy lifting as well. My good man, the temple behind you. I'm assuming you're aware of it.
Yes.
Right. I'm also aware that you probably have a stock of things which you don't tend to bring out on a daily basis for people to look at. I know how these things work.
Right, we're going to go for 3 yellows. What we're going to go for a perception check first.
Yeah.
3 yellows against 2 reds. This is your perception of what the person is that you. Okay, you see, you know you've picked the right guy to talk about this here to. He, as you mention these things, there's a little smile plays across his lips that he thinks you don't see, but you do.
Yeah.
Oh, sir, yes. I don't have artifacts per se, but I do have knowledge of something else that not many people here do know. But knowledge, as you know, has a price.
Well, I suggest we talk about that price over a beverage. I think it's appropriate for the character that I kind of click my fingers and I just say to him, tea. And some of the crew will come out and set up a table and parasol.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so your shipborne minions are rushing around. One of the Mon Calamari appears to have attached a drinks tray to the top of Oscara's astromech droid, which the droid doesn't appear too happy about, but he seems to be willing to play along for now.
I'm glad I didn't bring my gun yet.
So, talk to me about this information. I'm not going to fess up any cash until I get some idea of what I'm talking about here.
It is another location on this world. A place less travelled that a nomad told me about. A place untouched.
Can I get a deception check on him, please?
A deception check.
Yeah.
3 yellows. Yes. 3 yellows. 2 purple, 1 red. He's not lying to you, and you know he's not lying to you.
Okay. What am I likely to find at this location?
There was always talk of a possible blade foundry at this location, where young Jedi acolytes would go to craft their sabers.
Marcus is here.
What do you want for this information?
For the exact location,
Yes.
20,000 credits.
20,000 credits.
What about where a nearby location?
Marcus, would you join us, please? I can't hear you.
You have a nod. Sorry, I had to keep muting it because the boy keeps coming.
So who is doing the negotiation here? Is it Eli or is it Marcus?
Marcus and I will have a brief conversation to one side. Marcus will come up and just going to whisper. And then Marcus will do the negotiation. And I'll assist.
Okay. 2 yellows and a blue.
If they need intimidation, they can use me, but I need a wig.
2 purple and a red.
I'm not sure we.
Having a drink. Oh, yep, that worked.
Marcus, give me your best spiel on negotiating him down from 20,000 credits.
my good friend, considering the times we have spent here, helping your good people out, and our continued friendship, I think 20,000 credits may be a little bit steep in this situation. What do you say that we continue our good-natured conversations, focusing on our longevity as longevity of working together and helping each other out? A bit of cooperation, don't you think?
I'm
You know,
doing that to you.
ve- veiled threat in there as well, of course. But yeah, I would say a reasonable price here would be 5,000 credits, don't you, my good man?
Certainly. Right, 5,000 credits, but I must insist that you send some future business my way.
Well,
I know Sir Brava has contacts with other personnel as well, and so does the mighty Oscara and Lauric. Surely they could influence someone to bring trade to my poor village.
with such good reputation as yourselves, I am sure that plenty of trade will be coming your way in the very near future. Don't you think, my good man?
Nodding.
It's 5,000 credits. Who's paying?
I'm paying.
All right.
So
Okay.
5,000 off Eli.
But he's getting 2,500 now, and he's getting 2,500 when we get there and confirm that there is actually something.
Right. He supplies you some coordinates that are a short atmospheric flight away for your ships. Couple of 100 miles.
Okay, well, we finish our polite conversation and promise to bring him any information about what we find back as well. All right, we have the option to cut him in on anything that we find, provided. Well, we're not going to, but make him think we're going to.
Yes, well, you have the option there now for a lucrative trade deals in the future.
Right.
You will get favorable deals with this trader whose name is Randy Swallows.
So that's what he did after porn then.
Right. So I take it you're flying both ships over to this location?
Yeah, we'll pack up and we'll go across.
Yeah.
Does anybody want anything else in the market while we're here?
It's a
It's a
random.
cash market.
The market is a random collection of junk still.
Right. Okay. Okay. Do
So
we
some
want to look
clouds,
around the actual temple that's here for anything first?
We can always do it on the way back. We can
Yeah.
come back anyway.
From
I've
the
got to come back anyway and
indications,
pay him.
from the indications you were given by the locals, and the information you gathered from the temple here before, it is very likely there is nothing left in this temple here.
Right. Okay.
This new location that you come flying in, you dust off. It's a dusty valley, and just ahead of where you've been indicated. So you fly across, you land in a dusty valley.
Yep.
And ahead of you, there's a mountain, like a Table Mountain type thing.
Yeah.
In front of you, there you can see a crack in the side of the mountain, which is where he's indicated you should go and look. So there's definitely a cave or an entrance into something there. The area, the 3 yellows, 2
Marcus,
purple.
you assisting, are you?
Yes,
Yeah.
always.
Let's let everybody get some eyes on this.
I'll
Okay, we don't need
I'll
some.
do mine.
No, I'm fine.
I push around.
It's okay. I'm going to give you all this because you've got a triumph there, right? It looks from Marcus what you know about this sort of lore and history.
Yeah.
This looks a very promising spot. It looks as if no one has been here in a very, very long time. There is, there's no tracks or anything heading to where you've been indicated to go. It's as almost as if, one or two people may have come here and been not disturbed the area that much, but it again has been some years. This looks a very promising site. There doesn't appear to be any traps. It appears, if they were coming here, they have done a long walk, as it were, across a desert to get to this place. So that appears to have been the trial.
Hello.
Hello.
Our very own Joa.
So as you disembark from your ships, the air it's hot and dusty. The air, as you'd expect. You head towards the gap in the mountain, and you enter a cool and shaded cavern that heads through the mountain.
We've left the crew on security as well. I'm presuming old bugger's running security out there as well, Richard. Sorry, I said rather.
Yeah. O'Barger will be looking after the ships.
So there's an air of quiet contemplation you can feel as you go through these tunnels, and you come out into there's like an oasis in the center. It's as if this mountain is actually hollow, and you come out into an opening. There's sunlight shining down, and there's some old steps carved into the far side, heading up to what looks like an
Hold
old
on.
altar.
Nope.
I don't know. Simon's run away.
I very, very carefully open myself up is probably the best way to put it. Just receptive. Oh,
He's going to click his boy.
Joe.
Oh,
Who's that? Wait, say hello.
Flynn.
Let's have a look.
A child off.
Oh.
Yes, he's opening his mind. I'm just looking to see what he's going to get from that. Right, you get a sense of peace.
Okay, that's good. We like peace.
Yeah, there's nothing needed rolling for that. Yeah, you just get a sense of peace from the place. You feel as if there has been many here before you.
Right.
But not for a very long time.
Okay.
Al, I'm going to say is I'm just going to. I will assist or do any perception checks that are required. I'm going to let everyone do and explore and find what they can. I need to take 5 minutes, guys.
Yep, sure, not a problem.
Yep. Yeah, I'll do a perception check using the scope of my pistol.
Yeah, there's nothing you see. I'm running this on the Triumph that you had earlier. As you scan over the altar, you can definitely see that what appeared to be an altar at a distance appears to have some mechanical component that could definitely be having put a lightsaber together for Marcus. This could definitely be somewhere that could have assisted with doing that and made it much easier.
Wouldn't that have been nice?
How big's this altar?
You want to take the altar?
It is
we're going to need
sizable.
some transport.
It is sizable. It looks as if part of it is carved out of the living rock.
Go.
Anybody got a laser cutter?
Not on me, but we can go and get some excavation tools.
I will do a perception sort of mechanics or perception checks on this. On the ease of on the chances of being able to remove the altar undamaged and intact.
1 yellow, 3 greens, 1 red, 1 purple.
Your tearing apart a Jedi temple won't end badly.
I wasn't planning on tearing it apart. I was planning to very carefully remove an altar.
You know that looking at the construction of it through your mechanical skill, you wouldn't be able to remove this altar. Yes, it would probably bring the majority of the mountainside behind it down. However, studying it, you do see how you get the rudimentary beginnings of an idea of how you could build your own, as it were. as you're studying it as well, you find an undamaged power core for a lightsaber.
Ooh.
So next, who's going to do
Oh,
something
wait.
next?
Waves at Marcus going. "Oh."
So
I'll go have a look around.
okay, so Oscara, what skill are you going to use to look around?
Oh, God. Where's my phone?
His eyes.
Probably not my eyes. My perception's terrible.
If I may suggest, either use your mechanics or your computers. Which one do you want to use?
I believe my mechanics is definitely higher.
Yes, it is.
Let's go with that.
Someone catch me up, please.
We're excavating.
Sabrava's examined around the altar area and has found an undamaged lightsaber power core, but he's also determined that you cannot remove the altar and take it with you. 3 yellows.
However, I have to think of
One purple.
maybe I can make one of these myself.
Right. You discover, as you're using your mechanical knowledge, you see how the altar is powered. There appears to be cabling running off up the back, and you're presuming there's some sort of solar array at the top which draws power for this.
Is there anything I can do to turn this thing on?
No, not at the moment.
No.
It's. I mean, the thing itself is humming with power, so it is effectively on still.
Are there any statues or mosaics? Or
We will. I'll jump back to you in a second, Eli. I'll just finish off with Oscara. The other thing that you notice with your mechanical skill is there are deuterium shards around the place. This appears to be the materials that were used for making hilts, the discarded parts.
I will collect as much of that as I can.
There's a scant few handfuls left here. There's not much at all. All right, so we'll jump.
Anything that can help me?
Is the what?
Is there anything that can help me with my things?
With you doing stuff, right? Let's have a look. See. La 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 la. Lauric.
I'm not full of skill to use. They're all pretty naff.
Right, actually, I'm going to have you do a vigilance check, which is 1 yellow, 2 green, and 3 purple.
I didn't see that one.
Now, the Wookiee notices nothing.
Yeah,
Eli, let's have Eli's perception check in here. So it's his 3 yellows and 3 purples. You spot some old statues in a secondary alcove off to one side. They're almost practically hidden, and as you're sort of moving over towards where everyone's looking at the altar and the mechanics around that, it just catches your eye at the side, and there's 2 statues that look very well preserved, possibly of marble or alabaster, of some old Jedis. They appear to be.
Okay, I'm going to ask Ascara and Sabrava to have a look at how they can be delicately removed.
Yeah, I'll have a look over.
When you go over to them, they're not attached to anything. They're just standing there. So you could, if you were strong enough, you could effectively just pick them up and carry them off. They look to weigh a bit more than a human. They're human-sized statues when you actually get over to them.
Laverick?
Okay. Laverick.
Laverick. Right. Well, what we're going to do is I'm going to have a athletics.
Be able to
Can we get a few of us around this, please?
Right, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an assisted athletics check for Laverick.
1 yellow, 4 green for my athletics.
Yes, 1 yellow, 4 greens.
3 green,
And
sorry, I read
two-
it wrong.
No, 3 greens, yeah. 2 purple.
Can I get Sandra to help me? You can get the edge.
Lauric quite happily walks in, picks one up under either arm, and carries them off towards the ships.
Like it. That's good. That's good.
Let's jump to Sandro.
Xenology, I guess,
What for?
for a check. I'm guessing.
If you want to do a genealogy check, no, it's a good call.
It's actually
One
not
yellow.
that cool.
Jesus,
2
you got
green.
brain surgery today.
And 3 of them. Yep.
There might be a banter.
If we find a banter, I'd be very confused.
You don't notice it. There's no tracks of any sort in the place. You do notice some old carved runes in the facade around the altar, but you can't decipher them.
Al, can I do
Is
a
there anyone that can
computing
decide
check
that?
looking for any computers associated with the altar?
Give us a sec. I just want to do Marcus first, and then we'll run through everyone one more time.
Can you give me just a brief outline of the room building we're in?
So it's open to the air. The altar is up some stairs carved into the back wall area. There's the small alcove that Eli has noticed off to one side. As I say, it feels very tranquil and peaceful. There doesn't appear to be anything that anyone's noticed, any side passages or anything off this main chamber at the minute.
Law.
You want to do a law check. 1 yellow, 2 green, 2 purple.
Sound checks me.
Everything appears as you would expect it, historically wise, to appear. You know, the initiates, which should have brought their own equipment. The only thing that you would have been likely to find here is a power core, which you found, because they have to bring their own kyber crystal to the party, as it were, and the materials for making their hilts.
As you go through everyone else, I'm going to start taking a slow walk around the area. Basically.
Okay.
When you get back.
Yeah. Right. So, who did we start? We started with Sabrava, so we'll jump back to Sabrava. You wanted a computers check this time, didn't you?
Yep.
2 yellow, 2 green, 2 purple, 1 red. Yeah, that.
That's really
Right.
good.
You notice a computer. However, it doesn't appear to be anything to do with the
Altar.
altar, as it were. As you start tapping away on the keyboard, it activates an automatic defense mechanism, which has caught you all by surprise.
Very stealth.
Right, so let's jump to the combat thing.
I know how to fix
It's
computers.
okay. We're effectively using the second lockdown. It is 4 battle droids that pop up.
Quick draw.
Yeah,
draw.
likewise.
Battle droids, 2 seconds.
Try and keep them in one piece. They're worth money.
I'll worry about that once they're down. At the moment, my hide is worth more to me than they are.
Battle droids are.
Do you have a detainment thing?
No, and I haven't bought an iron blaster yet.
Well, if you had a detainment,
19,
Let's work on them.
10.
Huh?
Would my sun gloves work
Oh, no,
on
sorry,
them?
10 strain, 7 soak.
Maybe.
So that's what pops up, and then everybody's after them. So it will be Eli,
Yep.
then Oscara, then Lauric, then Standro, then Marcus, and Sir Bravo last. Sorry, Marcus, and then Sir Bravo. Right.
Right. I am going to move into cover of the alcove.
The battle droids act first.
Okay.
So the first one, I've just closed the blooming page. That was silly. There's 5 of you. Roll a d10. Seven. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 is going to shoot at Standro. Right. I've got the only that I needed for that. 2. No, sorry, 1 yellow. 2 2 purple, 2 green. Yep. This is going to be for each. This is what you're throwing for each shot from these guys. Amazingly, he misses Standro. Second battle droid. Yes, second battle droid. Roll a d10 first. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoots at Sir Brava.
Oh,
He hits you with his heavy blaster.
heavy blaster. Okay.
Yeah, 7. Yeah.
It's going to make your eyes war.
Yes, it is.
It is.
And that,
That's the downgraded version of my thing.
yes. It knocks you to the ground and causes 7 points of damage. And so I'm just getting his soak. Soak of 3, so that's 4. 4 points of damage after his soak.
Ouch.
Soak.
Yes, it says 2.
Oh, sorry. There. Right. Next one. Roll the d10. 10. He's going to shoot at Marcus.
Joy.
Throw it.
You didn't even count for that.
Brace.
Oh no.
You get knocked down and suffer the same amount of 7 damage. Marcus.
What are they, Jedi droids?
Soak of 3. Yeah, so 4 damage to him.
Now these are just standard battle
And-
droids. You could buy them all the time back in that era.
Oh, the last one. 3. Shoots at Sabrava as well. Sabrava's been knocked down, so add a blue die to this. Misses. Just. Yes.
Didn't you fall next to your head?
So next is Eli.
Right. I'm going to move into cover.
Yep.
And then I'm going to shoot both blasters at the nearest droid.
Okay. 3 yellows. 2 purples.
Sorry, Al. Just
Yeah.
ask the weapons thing that we were expecting. Has that arrived? Did that arrive in Siskine?
Yes.
So the the light blaster thing I got for my bugger has now been equipped.
Yes.
Got.
Bugger's not here though, is he? He's on the ship.
Such a thing as comlinks.
Mm. How did you get here in time?
Eli hits, definitely. Let's look at his weapons. They are the upgraded ones. Where is it?
They're not on my character sheet, I can't tell you.
Yeah, 7 damage, critical of 3. You've critically hit. 14 points of damage. So 7 damage and a critical injury on that one. So roll to, yeah. And then roll the 2d10s for the critical injury on that droid. $58. Pink is going to be high.
Hey,
58 on critical injuries.
Roger.
Which I think is a knockdown.
So yeah, elbow was just.
Sorry.
Do
As far as no one, we didn't.
it the other way.
Roger.
Agonizing wound.
I have a question of perception, Al. Do they
Yeah.
look like antiquated battle droids? Do they look
Yes,
like High Republic
yes.
era battle droids?
Yes, they do.
Try not to trash them too much.
Yeah, please try not to trash them too much. I mean, I've just failed magnificently at that.
I mean, worst case scenario, I might be able to take the bits from like all 4 and build one.
We'll see afterwards.
Should I
What you hear is Payne voice going, fuck the
Critical
droids,
injury.
screw the droids, just kill them.
I was going to try and disactivate them.
I wouldn't be in character if I was saying, well, I'll be a complete hypocrite here because I've just blown one of
Critical
their heads.
injuries. 216.
Yeah, your guy should be using like an antiquated slug throwing pistol or something.
216.
Not really.
If it is, I'll be very cross with myself. 216, and we got 58. You have caused an agonizing wound to the droid. You've increased the difficulty of brawn and agility checks on that droid.
Okay.
So if the Wookiee's going to engage one, that's the one he wants to engage.
Where? How
Next.
close are the other 3 together?
Oscara,
Should I just give them a sweep with the minigun?
We need the temple intact.
these things have come up at the base of the stairs where you was all sort of investigating. They appear to have been rather aggrieved by Sir Brava because 2 of them have shot at him for activating them when he was fiddling with the computer. So, ranged, heavy, 3 yellows, 1 green, 2 because these are close range. Yeah, he hits.
That.
So
Is that a
yes,
crit?
make the noise. I think that's a critical. I'm just checking. Crit 3. 11, so 27 damage to one of them, and we're rolling a critical injury. So the next, just do it. The next one down. 27 damage minus 7. It's dead. There's no point in even rolling the critical injury. You waste one of the droids. It's sort of rattling away and bits flying off it. It's a steaming pile of slag from the blaster bolts. Next is Lowrick.
I thought they said the Clone Wars were difficult.
I'm gonna just use blood rage, please.
Okay, Lowrick is stepping into to one of the droids. I take it you're stepping to the one that's injured already?
Whichever's closest.
Give her a fresh target. She'll just butcher
Give her a
it
first
anyway.
target. It's more fun then.
If it's not
Do
injured
I did
already,
last
it's
time,
supposed
I
to be.
took half out.
Roll a... Oh, we haven't got a D3. We've got D6.
Delete one.
Loot.
Right, we'll roll a D6. Here we go. 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. She's
Second
going
one.
for the middle one. There's a middle one now because there's one's dead. Right.
If you swing it well enough, you might hit all 3.
2 yellow, 2 green. and it's 3 purple. He's using her axe.
Blood Rage, the destroyer gal of gladiators.
The droid blocks your blow.
Bitch. Sorry.
That's okay. So that was your step in and do that. Standro.
Not the grenade launcher.
No grenades.
What?
Was the possibility of stunning one and then potentially deactivate
Disarm it.
deactivate?
Deactivating.
Right, you could attempt it.
Or if I deactivate and someone else someone else deactivates it for me.
You'd have to try and stun it effectively into deactivation.
Or
Which
stun grenades.
did you? You
That's
don't.
stun grenades.
Please don't use stun grenades. When it's round and I can put you some gloves.
You've only got frag grenades. You don't have stun grenades, but your blaster rifle has a stun setting.
Set it to stun.
Stun. I'll try and stun one then.
Okay, he's going to go for a shot. So it is 2 yellow, 2 green, 2 purple. He's hit. Is that a crit? I'm just checking your weapon. Crit 3.
Is it on the new weapon?
You have critically hit one on the stun setting, so his soak doesn't do
We're
anything
working
for
on
him.
that one still.
That's 9 points of stun damage off his strain. No, that stays on 19. The strain goes down to 1, and he's caused a critical injury. So roll the 2d10s. The 2d10s again. I've got it right here.
This might
Okay,
actually be enough.
Done.
18. Du-du-du-du-du.
You've stunned its big left toe.
You have it's disorientated, so it loses its next turn.
Noise. Scrambled its circuits.
You've scrambled it momentarily. Yes.
So it's easy enough to
That'll do.
deactivate.
Marcus,
How close am I?
you could step in with your maneuver and be engaged.
Get off the floor first.
Yes, you were knocked down, so you haven't got leap up. So, yeah, you get up. You're at short range to them, so you can either move in or you can shoot one of them.
Oh, shoot one of them.
Good
He
call.
draws his pistol, ranged like 1 yellow, 1 green, 2 purple. Are you putting your weapon on the stun setting or not?
No.
No. You missed.
So yes, basically.
The Brava.
Hello.
First action is I get my commonly kill and call for O bugger as reinforcements.
You've called her bugger as your action. You're still lying on the floor.
And from a prone position, because I don't want to get up, I shoot at one of the droids.
Okay, so 2 yellows
You going
One-
stun or kill?
and a black one, and
The
2
kills was
purple.
Bravo.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
you're
we'll
shooting
go
in close combat.
I'll be nice when I save one.
Oh, you lucky sod.
That'll do it.
That's you get to pick which one you're shooting at, starters. There is one that is injured, one that is disorientated, and one that is fully functional.
I'll go for the fully functional one.
Fully functional one, right? And you as your guns. Heavy blaster pistol, 7, 14, 22 damage. Take off their soak. 5 left. Yeah. You hit him quite hard. And I say, let's just check that one to roll the d10s. He's critically injured it.
You wanted some?
It's 4 droids.
68.
They're not,
Yeah,
My
they're not.
conversation positions, though.
I'm really uncomfortable.
So, you have scattered its senses. If it was going to have any bonuses, it no longer has any bonuses.
Hmm.
So if it's target, is it one of the ones that's targeting you? Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. All right, so then we jump back to the top. The battle droid with the agonizing wound. His shots are more difficult. So it was 1 yellow. That lot. Add a purple to that, please. Not a purple, a black.
Shooting at?
He is going to shoot at. Roll a D10 first. Okay. 2. He's shooting at Eli.
Sidestep as well.
Throw another black dice on top of that, then.
I did
No.
bugger all.
He hits you with his blaster. 7 points of damage, and Eli has a soak of
2.
4.
Oh, 4.
soak of 4. So 3 points of damage.
Okay.
The next droid is disorientated. So he's disorientated. He misses his turn. So you can put the black dice down again. The next droid has scattered sensors, steps in towards the Wookiee and engages you in combat. You don't have to roll a d10. He gets 2 seconds. It is right. The negative side of this is 2 reds, 2 purples, and he gets 3 greens.
With a chance the
yellow.
Wookiee just cuts him in half. Kind of like that.
Bowcaster.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
this is the
definitely.
droid rolling, not Lowrick.
Yeah, this is the droid rolling, not Lowrick. The negative effect on this is Lowrick going, tink, really?
I get another star of the apple.
Let's have a look. See who's next. It is now Eli. That done with that? Yeah.
I'm going to repeat my actions. The last one as well. I am going to
Hose them down.
hose them down. Yeah, both pistols.
3 yellows. It's just 3 yellows and 2 purples.
I'm shooting at the same one I shot at last time.
The one that fired back at you this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a critical hit on that one again, and you score another 14 points of damage. The top one. So 14 minus that. 7 points of damage off that. Yeah, and roll the 2 d10s for a critical injury. 15. A sudden jolt, you cause it to lose its next action round. Oh, no, hang a sec. It was already on Wait a sec. Agonizing wound.
Oh, yeah, because you plus them, didn't you?
Yeah, you plus them. So that's the
58, 60.
you've dazed it. So it misses its next go completely. And then remove the off the one that's got 1 there. Take the thing off that. Yeah. Right. Now it is Oscara.
Do I have any restraining bolts?
No.
Damn it. Okay, option 2.
Yep.
Shotgun on stun setting.
Your shotgun on stun setting, right? Okay. It is still 3 yellows, 1 green, 2 purples.
Quick weapon swap.
Oh, I should have a restraining bolt because I should have the one I used and then took off. Oh, bugger.
Yes. Oh, that'll do it.
On stun setting, right? And Which one were you shooting at? I'm going to let you pick which one you were shooting at.
Not the one next to Lauric, because I don't want to catch her in the splash pad.
Not that one. So it's the one that's you've either stunned one completely and it's down, or you've hit one for 9 stun, and you're going to do another critical injury on it.
Drop the one that's going to go down.
Okay, so you're hitting the one that's only got 1, so he's down. That is disabled.
Can I hit any of the others with the splash? It's like blast 4 or something.
Blast 4, let's have a look.
Yeah.
Blast 4, yes, you do. So the other one takes. The other 2 take 2 points of strain damage because he's got it on stun setting. So that's 8 and 8 on the other one. 85, yes. Okay. Lauric.
That is an effective room clearer.
In front of me, stunned or not stunned?
It's not fully stunned. It's dazed.
Okay,
The
can
bottom
I
one, yeah.
punch him with my stun gloves?
Just grab it by the top of the head. Zap it.
3. Oh, sorry, 2 of them. 2 of them. Only 2 purples this time. It's
Cheryl, what are you doing?
I don't think this is going to matter that you had it on stun setting. If I'm totally honest.
No, you punched it too hard.
Pretty much
Six.
setting.
Crit 5. Yeah, I'm giving you a crit anyway.
Yeah, we kind of upgraded my stun gloves, and they're kind of lethal.
Kind of lethal.
Yeah.
Lethal's a fairly binary thing, isn't it?
That does 30 points of stun damage.
Yeah, that's done it.
So, no, 30 points of stun damage. So, yeah, it's so far unconscious. It's not coming around ever.
You blew out its
Natty, there you go.
The Wookiee's
Yeah,
gone.
you can sell that one.
Smack.
Uncle Owen, I think this one's got a bad motivator.
It's not dead. It's disabled.
You stunned it by pushing its head.
And his wheelchair.
Basically,
Next is Standro. There
Is
is
there any left?
there is 1 droid left standing.
I just want to remind you guys that we only have 1 restraining bolt.
Are you going to shoot
Down.
said droid?
It's fine.
Is it your new gun?
2 yellows. 2
I
greens.
Me and Sir Brother just might
Two
have to do a little bit of hacking.
Well, it's pretty much factory reset the one for you.
Can I take the one?
Yeah, he's critically hit that droid with his. That's a, no. 9, 18, 22 points. It's dead. I'm not even going to roll the critical injury because you've just killed that one. So at the aftermath of that, you have 2 destroyed droids that are molten piles of slag, thanks to Sakara and Standro, and one undamaged but disabled droid, and 1 slightly damaged and disabled droid.
Got a large dent in it.
It's got a hole where Wookiee, not the Wookiee, where someone shot it to start with before they started putting guns on stun.
That'd be me then.
Yeah, and Bugger walks in to the area of combat and goes, "Yes, sir."
Not much you can do the statue.
Fat lot of good you are.
My med pack on me.
Med kit, right? So who was that? Stick a
Me.
hand up.
Do you want me to do it?
Well, one of the only 2 people that's injured.
Medicine. So 3 greens, and it wasn't a critical injury. So yeah, 3 greens and 2 purples.
It's not a medic droid.
This is Sabrava medipacking himself. You restore 2 wounds to yourself.
I will do likewise.
Or do you just want to use one of your stim packs?
I'll use a stim pack, actually.
So you restore 5 wounds without having to roll anything. Minus
Stim
1 stim pack. Okay. So 5 wounds back onto. Take that
So,
off,
Bravo,
right?
shall we make sure that these aren't just going to start shooting us when they come round?
Yeah, if you
I
could,
should
guys.
still have a restraining bolt because I should still have the one I used and then took off. Oh bugger!
Yes, you do have a restraining bolt, so you can fit a restraining bolt to one of the droids.
And then the
Yeah.
other one, shall I just disable it?
What do you mean by disable it, Jamie?
Pull the power cord?
Stick I could stick through it.
So,
Put
Brava,
a glow stick through it, yeah.
So, Bravo, we're going to have a mechanics check for fitting the restraining bolt. It's an easy mechanics check. So, 1 yellow, 3 greens, 2 purples. Yeah, you successfully fit the restraining bolt to one of the droids.
The undamaged one, I'm
The
guessing.
undamaged droid. The other droid, Oscara, we will
I
have.
can, remove the power core or just,
Are you going for mechanics to try and remove the power core?
Yeah, just shut it down.
Okay, 3 of them. Yeah,
Can I
3
get
yellows.
Carl to come and help?
Yeah, a blue.
That looks nice, doesn't it?
2 reds.
Nice.
You successfully pull the power core. The other droid will not turn back on until you reinstall it.
Once we get a restraining bolt, we'll
Right.
fix
So,
this one.
as you look over these droids, these things are ancient.
Nice. We'll keep them.
No wonder they were peed off. They're having a good nap.
What you're looking at is precursor, sort of pre-Republic battle droids. They are heavy armor, very good equipment. You would not see the likes of anything outside of, it's effectively what they would call it nowadays is the only thing that's close is a droidica, the droid destroyers. You were just lucky that these things didn't have shield generators, because then they would have been insanely hard.
Oh, so
Okay, winner. So if we could keep
Although
them,
they're
guys, we could maybe sell them.
So, Al, going back to the computer, is it showing anything else now on it?
No, what is up on the screen now is a procedure. It's an instruction procedure of how to use the forge to forge your lightsaber with the components you have brought with you and the power core that is supplied.
Is it these ones?
That's the closest. Is that?
Does it
Yes,
have options on upgrades?
Oh, like a droidica, but
Yes, that's kind of what they look like. The big, massive things. The drip
They're
things.
older looking and slightly fancier.
Yes. Old and fancy. They're ornate gold. They've got inscriptions all over them in ancient Jedi text, and yeah.
And there you go. You can sell these for something, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any information on upgrades? Because
The lightsaber.
I've got that lightsaber upgrade that I've yet to install.
Right. Yes. 2 seconds. I'm just going to the other thing. Let me just find your equipment, and I'll tell you what you can do.
Is there anything else to look for in the room?
I generally thought Eli was just swigging a big bottle of gin then.
About 5 years ago, maybe.
For some reason, it's not letting me modify the lightsaber.
Ow.
Because that one
Would it be socially frowned upon to have one of these droids following you around the place?
For your character, maybe not.
Anywhere near being
A bit frowned upon.
It wouldn't be frowned upon. I mean, it would certainly draw some attention.
That's kind of what I'm after.
It may draw Imperial attention. They may want something like this not to fall into a private collector's hands.
Right. Okay.
Is effectively these things from where you found it and the inscriptions that are on it. If it was studied by, I mean, and the average Imperial Customs Guard, they'd be like, "Ooh, it's a fancy looking droid." If an Inquisitor saw it, you could be in deep doo doo because of the inscriptions on it. There's a chance that these droids could be not
Force control.
force sensitive as such, but designed to deal with Force users.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's 2 seconds. Is it because I've done that?
So Eli, or Maytag, as you know these days,
Mm-hmm.
with the 2 statues of the 2 droids, do you reckon we've got enough to troll past this guy?
Ticking items. You need some small stuff as well.
Al, if it's going to take too long to work out what's going on with it.
2 seconds. I'm just right.
I'm thinking potentially it's enough. I wouldn't mind having some more. But like Ascara said, some small stuff would be helpful, right? But having these things set up on the yacht,
These are showy.
yeah.
All right, hang on a sec.
Even damaged as it is.
So I've done it. I've figured it out. Ha 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 ha. New. So. Do. What you can do. You can change it to. There is information on changing it to a curved hilt lightsaber, which adds an automatic critical to successful lightsaber combat checks.
Mm.
Ooh, the Count Dooku.
Yes, there is also a extended hilt mod available for the information, which gives you +1 damage to the weapon with the option of changing it to a +1 vicious. So that's the 2 mods that you found the information for your lightsaber.
Let's go curved, I think.
So do you want me to install that now for you? Are you gonna?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Yes. Yes, I have done that. Your lightsaber has. I've had to change it to be able to be able to do the modifications because the original thing is just a.
Yeah.
So you've started your lightsaber with a basic lightsaber, and you can work on it from there.
Roger that.
So when you get your next character sheet, you'll see the difference,
Okay.
and it has its. Why has it not done that? Few seconds. Oh, it has done it. Right. So there is a bonus mod you can work on. Now you've attached that. At some point in the future, you can increase the defensive ability of your lightsaber with its curved hilt.
Cool.
So that is it. And what we're going to say there is you transport your restrained and your damaged droid back to the ship. There doesn't appear to be anything else around here, but it may be worth remembering this location in the future.
Doesn't appear to be anything else around here yet.
Not that you can feel, but Marcus has a feeling that he may want to come back in the future.
Roger.
Okay.
Using the facility here, if you find other parts for lightsabers in the future, this would be a perfect place to assemble them.
No, okay.
Saying that, is the power core we found here better than the one that you already have?
No, it's the same.
Okay.
It's the.
Right.
It's
We're all
crystal.
going to, guys. We're all going to agree that this location stays secret. Right. What we're prepared to do, if asked, is that the temple back the first place we went to here, That's where, if pushed, we'll tell people we got these from.
Yeah.
Boy, good boy.
Yeah.
So you have acquired yourselves 2 statues of
Yeah.
as yet unknown Jedi's, and 2 defense droids, or ancient battle droids. Now, I mean, to be fair, if you carried on with your plan, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it here for the evening, guys.
Okay.
So the next event will be you guys going to Taris.
Yeah.
When you go, if you carry on with that plan and travel to Taris for the next event before you split up to head toward Mantel, you could cover your tracks and say you found the stuff on Taris.
Yeah, there's that as well.
So yeah.
Does everyone agree that it's not a terrible plan to go to Taris still?
No, I want to check out some of these crash ships.
Yeah. If only for the murder hoboing opportunities.
Yeah, there might be some. There's got to be something to sell.
Right. Let's just quickly give you a. Where is it on
Al,
that?
just to round things off, should we say that we've flown back to the first place, paid the guy the rest of his money, and swore him to secrecy about?
Yeah, that's fine. It's a done thing. Right. So Taris.
Look for Mandalorian space, and it's right underneath those
Yeah.
words.
I know where it is. Yeah, it's right. Marcus.
Hello.
With your education and your history knowledge,
Mhm.
you know that there is a possibility there is an infected creature that also exists on the planet of Taris called a rat ghoul.
Right.
They are highly intelligent, pack hunting, very vicious. They are basically what's left of the original population after chemical weapons was used on them in the ages of the High Republic and the first Sith Empire.
Right.
So if you have to fight these creatures, they are pretty dangerous.
I think I'll be taking our burger with me.
Right, so
Before we left, did June have any work for me and Sandro along the route that we're taking?
not as such, but he has promised to update you. He is looking for stuff specifically in Coruscant and Ord Mantell.
There will always be work in Ord Mantell.
Yeah, there's always jobs in Ord Mantell. I mean, he did kind of indicate that if you went to the local bounty hunter office, you would be able to get a job there straight away.
Yeah.
So they're used to bounty hunters of all levels of competence blowing through the place quite often.
I've got a
And
single
as
feeling
to-
I was going to attract trouble.
As to Lauric, there is mention come through of a gladiatorial contest to take place in Coruscant.
Yay!
Let's go do some gambling.
Can we
Yeah.
please, Eli?
We've already decided we're not going to Coruscant because
Yes, well,
Marcus
no,
might.
I think your plan was once you'd been to Taris was to separate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if
Eli, anywhere?
Me, Eli, and Lauric are heading over towards Coruscant, I believe, to go and meet Max's contacts.
Yeah.
I mean, the bonus with it is as well, you could take the items you've got and get them verified by the Imperial Museum on Coruscant, get official certificates for them, and then be able to charge even more money to add them to private collections, which is the kind of thing your character would know.
Yes.
So that gives you
Which is
a bit more motivation to go there as well.
kind of the whole point. Okay.